Making autumn crafts. Today, I want to write about making autumn crafts. Autumn is one of my favorite seasons because of the beautiful colors and the fun activities that come with it. I love being creative, and making crafts is a great way to express my ideas and celebrate the season. I want to share my experience with you. Getting inspired for autumn crafts. As the days became cooler and the leaves started to change color, I felt inspired to create some autumn-themed crafts. I love how the trees turn bright red, orange, and yellow during this time. It makes me want to bring those colors into my home with decorations. I spent some time looking for ideas online and in craft books. There are so many fun things to make for autumn, like wreaths, decorations, and even gifts. I wrote down a list of crafts I wanted to try. I was excited to get started. Gathering supplies. Before I could start crafting, I needed to gather all the supplies. I went to the craft store with my mom to buy what I needed. The store was full of colorful materials, and I felt happy walking through the aisles. I picked up some colored paper, glue, scissors, and markers. I also wanted to use natural materials, so we looked for items like leaves, pine cones, and small pumpkins. These would add a special touch to my crafts. My mom helped me choose the best items, and soon we had a big bag full of supplies. Craft number 1, Autumn Wreath. The first craft I wanted to make was an autumn wreath. I had seen some beautiful wreaths online made with leaves and twigs. I thought it would be a lovely decoration for our front door. Once we got home, I set up a workspace on the kitchen table. I gathered my supplies, including a round cardboard base, dried leaves, twigs, and a hot glue gun. I carefully arranged the leaves on the cardboard, mixing different colors and sizes to create a beautiful design. Using the hot glue gun, I attached the leaves to the base. I was careful not to burn my fingers. It took some time, but I enjoyed the process. I felt like an artist creating something special. Adding final touches. After gluing the leaves, I decided to add some twigs to give the wreath a natural look. I found some small twigs in the yard and arranged them around the wreath. Once I was happy with the design, I added a bow made from colorful ribbon at the top. When I finished, I stepped back to admire my work. The wreath looked beautiful with all the autumn colors. I felt proud of what I had created. My mom helped me hang it on the front door, and it looked perfect. I couldn't wait for our neighbors to see it. Craft number 2, Leaf Art. The next craft I wanted to try was making leaf art. I love the different shapes and colors of leaves in autumn, and I thought it would be fun to create something unique. To make leaf art, I collected various leaves from the ground. I picked leaves in different colors, sizes, and shapes. I wanted to use both big and small leaves for my project. Once I had a nice collection, I returned home to start creating. I took a piece of thick paper and arranged the leaves on it. I played with the design, moving the leaves around until I found a layout I liked. After deciding on the arrangement, I used glue to attach the leaves to the paper. Pressing the leaves. To make the leaf art even more special, I decided to press the leaves. Pressing leaves helps to preserve their colors and shapes. I placed a piece of paper over the leaves and then put a heavy book on top. I left them to press overnight. While waiting for the leaves to press, I thought about how I could use the leaf art. I decided to frame it and hang it on my wall. It would be a beautiful decoration that reminded me of autumn. Craft number 3, Pinecone decorations. Another fun craft I wanted to make was pinecone decorations. Pine cones are a great natural material, and I thought they would look cute as decorations. I had seen ideas for painting pine cones and turning them into little animals, so I wanted to try that. I gathered some pine cones from the yard and set up my painting station. I took out my acrylic paints in autumn colors: red, orange, yellow, and brown. I decided to paint some pine cones to look like little pumpkins and others to look like turkeys. Painting the pine cones. I started by painting a few pine cones orange to make them look like pumpkins. I painted the top part green to represent the pumpkin stems. It was fun to see the transformation of the pine cones into cute little pumpkins. Next, I painted some pine cones brown and added feathers using colorful paper. I cut out shapes for the feathers and glued them to the sides of the pine cones. I drew little eyes and beaks to make them look like turkeys. I was so happy with how they turned out. Displaying the crafts. Once I finished painting, I decided to display my crafts around the house. I placed the wreath on the front door, the leaf art in my room, and the pine cone decorations on the table. The house felt so cozy and festive. I took some photos of my creations to share with my friends and family. I wanted them to see how much fun I had making these autumn crafts. I felt proud of my work and loved how everything looked together. Sharing with friends. The next day, I invited a few friends over to show them my autumn crafts. Lucy, Mia, and Sarah were excited to see what I had made. When they arrived, I welcomed them into my home and showed them the wreath on the door first. "Wow, Sophie, this looks amazing," Lucy exclaimed. I felt happy to hear their compliments. We then moved to the living room, where I displayed the leaf art and pinecone decorations. "I love how you turned the pine cones into turkeys," Mia said, laughing. "They are so cute." I felt proud that my friends appreciated my crafts. Crafting together. After showing my crafts, I asked my friends if they wanted to make some autumn crafts with me. They were excited about the idea. We decided to make painted pine cones together since they were easy and fun. I gathered more pine cones, paints, and brushes for everyone. We sat at the kitchen table and started painting. It was nice to share this creative time with my friends. We laughed and talked while we worked on our projects. Sharing ideas. While crafting, we shared ideas for other autumn crafts we could try. Sarah suggested making homemade greeting cards for Thanksgiving. I loved the idea and thought it would be a great way to show appreciation for our families. Lucy suggested we could also make autumn-themed bookmarks using leaves and twigs. We all agreed that these ideas would be fun to create. Crafting together was a wonderful way to bond and enjoy the season. Completing our crafts. After spending a few hours crafting, we completed our pinecone decorations. Each of us had different designs, and they all looked fantastic. We took pictures of our creations to remember this fun day together. Once we finished, we decided to make some hot chocolate. It was a chilly day, and hot chocolate sounded perfect. We prepared the drinks and enjoyed them while talking about our favorite autumn activities. Reflecting on the day. As the day came to an end, I felt grateful for the time spent with my friends. Making autumn crafts together brought us closer and filled our hearts with joy. I realized how special it is to share creative moments with loved ones. I also appreciated how crafting allows us to express ourselves and celebrate the beauty of the season. I looked around at the decorations we made and felt proud of our creativity. Looking forward to more crafts. I am excited to continue making autumn crafts in the coming weeks. I want to try the Thanksgiving cards and bookmarks that we talked about. I also hope to explore other craft ideas, like making fall-themed centerpieces for the dinner table. Crafting is not just a fun activity, it is also a way to show love and appreciation for the season. I am grateful for the time I get to spend being creative and making memories with my friends and family. Conclusion. In conclusion, Making autumn crafts is a joyful experience that brings happiness and creativity into my life. I loved creating decorations, spending time with friends, and celebrating the beauty of fall. Each craft I made reminds me of the wonderful moments shared with loved ones. Good night, and I hope you also enjoy making crafts and embracing the beauty of the autumn season. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Remember, keep listening and repeating. That's the best way to learn English. Don't give up. You are doing great. See you in the next video. Bye for now.